I just, man, that would be so frustrating. Right now, if you wanted to buy an iPhone or a Mac or something like that, you would have to finance, especially a Mac, on your own. An iPhone, you can do an iPhone upgrade program, which every year you get a new iPhone after X amount of payments. It's specifically 12, so we have to have it for 12 months or make 12 payments, and then you can upgrade. iPad is something similar, but most of that stuff goes through Apple Card, so you can finance it over like 6 months or 12 months, something like that. With RAM prices and storage prices increasing like crazy, Apple needed to figure out a way to keep that $40, $50 a month deal that people are ready to expect come this fall, and Apple is probably not ready to deliver on that. The rumor is Apple is going to release a new kind of finance program. You're going to be able to lease your phone. iPhones and Apple Watch used to be 24 months, and it looks like iPads and Macs will be 36 months. Now, I want to talk about Macs in just a second. So I think this is a lot more interesting than what's going on with iPhone, but we have to examine why they're doing this in the first place. Prices are skyrocketing like crazy, and if someone walks in September, October, whenever they release the iPhone, they're going to expect and be sticker shocked by, hey, I normally pay 40, 45 a month. Now I'm going to pay $70, $80 a month. People are not going to buy. They're just not going to do that. When you lease something, you're not leasing the full price of that product, which is really interesting because then it will bring artificially the price down. And hopefully in line with that $50, $40 mark that people are ready to expect this September. So I think it's sort of a genius move from Apple. Do I agree with it? Probably not. But I think what's more interesting are Macs. Now, we all know the rumors that there's an OLED Mac coming this fall. And it's supposed to have this redesigned OLED display and ideally a modem or a chip, right? So you can have cellular connectivity and just be on the go and be on the internet. That's awesome. But this is going to cost a lot of money. And it's only projecting to continue to go up. They're getting ahead of not only the problem in the fall with iPhone and the expectation of $50, $40, $30 a month, but also they want people to continue to buy Macs. Because right now, Apple Silicon is just destroying everything. It's really performative, it has great battery life, it's really cheap in a lot of cases. If you look at the MacBook Neo or the Mac Mini, these things outperform a lot of computers with a third of their price. But now, as a consumer, you can go in there and lease a Mac after 3 years, and maybe you can get into another one and have an upgrade. And for a lot of people, that might be cheaper. That might be cheaper than dishing out $6,000, $7,000. I think some Macs right now are upwards of $12,000 just because RAM prices and storage prices are just skyrocketing like crazy. And Apple already charged a lot of money for stuff like this. So I think it's super interesting to see what is going to happen and what kind of effect it's going to have on Apple as a whole and the industry. Because let's face it, when Apple does it and if it works, everyone else follows suit. But you're going to see it with Pixel, you're going to see it with Google, you're going to see it with Samsung, you're going to see it with Sony across the board, you're going to see it with TVs. It's going to trickle down to everything. I'm just going to read the article real quick just to make sure that there's nothing out there that I'm missing. Yeah, it says here, customers will be able to pay off the device early during the term, upgrade early to a newer device, or return the existing device after the term. That's a big deal because the whole question that we have, even about what's going on now with discs and Sony and PlayStation, we want to know that we own these products or can own these products. So that's a really important distinction to make here. Klarna, I don't like Klarna, don't use that, is a popular buy now, pay later service similar to Affirm. Apple upgrade will require a soft credit check and then additional fees may apply in some cases. So if it's working through Klarna, I just... man, that would be so frustrating. That would be so frustrating. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if Apple leverages their huge, absolutely massive power to kind of push some of these companies that charge 20, 30, 40% interest rates for basic things. They would charge me sometimes double the price of the product that I was trying to buy. Through interest. So maybe it was $50 a month, but $25 was interest. That's a no-go. And if Apple is going in that direction, then we're going to have a huge problem here. Apple plans to advertise the program as a way to have a lower monthly payments compared to current financing programs, which is exactly what I said. They can artificially bring down the price of the product and then ask you to pay for the rest at the end of the term, which is a little bit different than what's going on here. According to the report, it sounds like Apple Upgrade will be rebranded. So this is Apple Upgrade instead of iPhone upgrade. There were a lot of reasons I wanted to make this video, but the main reason I really wanted to make it is because I want to see how this is going to interact with the industry as a whole and tech as a whole. What does that mean? Can you lease like a Tesla robot? You know what I mean? Like, can you lease a TV and then upgrade every 2 years? This is something that, because it's going through the orifice of Apple, that more and more people are going to find something like this more accessible. I think that if I were to use this for anything, it wouldn't be for an iPhone. It'd probably be for a Mac. You get a lot of benefits for just being a little bit faster or more efficient. And so, yeah, then I think this would be pretty cool. But yeah, it just offers a lot of questions. I thought this was really interesting. I wanted to get it out there. What about you guys? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the new program that might be coming out, might be announced. And let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys right here next time in the End User. We're going to talk about all things tech. Peace out.